Ain't no how stepping Marcus J. Live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. Thank you, thank you, thank you for continuing to rock with us as we progress throughout the night. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial to be a part of tonight's discussion. We appreciate it. 804-402-2893. It's time for Big Sis to take over the con, as they say on Star Trek. We got a healthy, wealthy, wise tonight. We're going in the healthy range. Big Sis, what we got?
Okay, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I want y'all to be okay. So every now and then, I find something that I think is important, and I use. Let me tell y'all how I come up with this stuff. It's either personal, whether myself or somebody I know, a family member, whatever, or I just take some common symptoms that may all happen at once, or in the span of a couple of days, you feel this way, that way, or the other, and I see what I get. So today, we're going to discuss your lovely heart. And I need you to make sure that you take care of your heart. Because when I need someone to help me with this here pain in the tuchus, I'm counting on you. So the first thing I'm going to say is this. I cannot possibly tell you every single thing that I have read and learned about heart disease. I'm going to go through some basics, some things that like I said, some symptoms I kind of think about and how to watch out for them, what to do, where to go. But I'm going to post some stuff for you, and y'all really have to go and check this out, because some of this I was like, what? So let's talk about heart disease. And I'm like, well, what is heart disease? And I could not get a straight answer. But I'm going to blow your mind. And let me tell you what I got. There are all sorts of heart diseases, Sharon. So I'm going to read just a few, blow your mind. All right, so coronary artery disease is a heart disease. Enlarged heart is a heart disease. A heart attack, is a heart disease. Irregular heart rhythms. Now, how many of us go through that one? Atrial fibrillation, blah, 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 heart disease. Heart valve disease, sudden cardiac death, congenital heart disease, enlarged heart, heart muscle disease, dilated cardiomyopathy, whatever. It's just too many. So it's a long list. I'm going to do a short report of each and every one. Most of the symptoms are the same since I've gone through them. So you'll have most of the information that you need. But let's talk about this. Here goes one that I really want you to look out for, because we're always having babies born and they say, oh, he or she has a heart murmur. And I'm like, damn, that, heart disease. And the slightest little thing will mess you up really bad. So most heart murmurs, they say, are innocent. Not when it comes to matters of the heart. It's not innocent. It says they're caused by blood flowing through healthy valves in a healthy heart and do not require treatment. However, the heart murmurs can be caused by blood flowing through a damaged or overworked heart valve. So I'm going to read it again because I read it myself twice, because I thought you said it was healthy, but then you told me it wasn't. So they're caused by blood flowing through a healthy valve in a healthy heart that do not require treatment. But a heart murmur can be caused by blood flowing through a damaged or overworked heart valve. Okay. Let's talk about, let's go here. Coronary artery disease, congestive heart failure, heart attack. Some of the more common ones. Symptoms: angina, chest pain. Angina can be described as a discomfort or heaviness pressure or aching, burning, squeezing pain in your chest. You know, sometimes you go, oh, can it be gas? And you just rub, rub, rub. No, you might want to go get it checked out. Shortness of breath, palpitations. It says irregular heartbeats. Those are pitter patter. They move fast, they slow down. They move fast, they slow down, or they just keep going. And you can feel your chest beating like crazy. Weakness or dizziness, nausea, and even sweating. So keep in mind, because these are some things that I gathered when we were, some foods that we eat, some other diseases could be linked to it. Diabetes, some of these symptoms are the same. You want to pay attention. Some of these symptoms also can bring you to a stroke, so you want to pay attention. Symptoms of a heart attack can include, again, discomfort, pressure, heaviness, or pain feeling in the chest, your arm, or below your breastbone. Discomfort radiating in the back of your jaw, your throat, and your arms. If you feel full, like you ate a little bit of food and you feel full, you have indigestion, or it feels like you're choking. Those are other symptoms for heart attack. If you just feel weak, really weak, like just all of a sudden, maybe you're not breathing, or sometimes you do this. You're just trying to catch your breath. Not that you had a hiccup or a little gas bubble to get out, but just to try to catch your breath. Anxiety. If you have a sudden feeling of anxiety, you don't know where it come from. Yeah, when I did this, I got my clues from the way we eat, like I said earlier. Maybe foods that are too salty. Some people, you shouldn't even eat certain types of fried foods, how often you fry. You could fry in the oven and be healthy, but some of these oils that we're using, they're not good. So when I put all those things together from the way we eat, I'm getting this.
We're getting a hit in social media from our brother, Mr. LP Steven Sykes is checking in.
What's up, Steven?
Legacy Internet Radio alumni. He's thanking us for the medical information. So saying blessings. He's
You're
checking
welcome.
in. Yeah.
I will send you the bill. So, during a heart attack, symptoms typically last 30 minutes or longer. 30 minutes or longer, and they are not relieved. It's a constant pain. You don't get any relief by taking any sort of medications, or don't over the counter treat yourself. Initial symptoms start as maybe a mild or discomfort in your chest. Again, you might think it's gas. Know your health. I've spoken to you enough to know that you should be going to the doctor on a regular. So if you know your health, if you know you have things going on with you, and any of this sounds familiar, then you might want to get on the phone tomorrow at 8 o'clock and call your doctor. And I really am not kidding y'all. Some people have a heart attack without having any symptoms at all, and it's called a silent myocardial infarction. It occurs most often in people, well, guess what? With diabetes. Okay, so again, I cannot stress to you enough to pay attention to your health. So if you think you're having any of these symptoms, 911.
Stephen has got a question for you. He's asking, is there anything that allows his heart to be supercilious?
Stephen, I'm going to go through some stuff right now. And yes, you and I can talk. I don't know your health. You know your health. You definitely want to go to the doctor. You definitely want to go. Palpitations, pounding in chest, dizziness, lightheaded, fainting, shortness of breath, chest discomfort, weakness, fatigue. These are all the symptoms, 99% in all of those that I named earlier, of the different types of heart disease, and I didn't name them all. You have something to say?
No, I'm just communicating with Stephen, and basically what he's saying is he basically wants to know if people think that he's better than other folks. Is essentially
Stephen,
what supercilious means.
You may want to go and see your doctor. I was trying to be nice.
He's trying to have. He's
you
having a
may
little fun
want to
with
go
us.
and see your doctor. We can talk later.
He's having a little fun with us.
Stephen, you may want to go see your doctor.
we know Stephen's got a pure heart.
Yeah. So let's pick another one here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read some stuff from the CDC. Let's do that because I'm telling y'all, this stuff scares me. Heart disease is a leading cause of death in the United States. More than 600,000 Americans die from heart disease each year. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to stop right there. Hold on, y'all, because I've got some numbers. Let's see. Coronary heart disease kills over 370,000. Every year, 735,000 die of a heart attack. 525,000 is their first. 210,000 is their second or beyond. Now, if you make it past your second heart attack and you are not paying attention, I'm not sure what else I can say. About 47% of them are sudden cardiac deaths. They occur outside of a hospital. You know why? I said it before. You're not paying attention to your health, and you are not doing what's best for you. You are not calling the doctor or any of that. And those signs that I gave you earlier are the ones that you should be watching out for. America, it says Americans at risk of heart attacks. High blood pressure, foods that we eat, stress, high cholesterol, foods that we eat, smoking.
So a lot of these issues are behavioral.
They're 99.9% behavioral. Some of us can't help it. Some of us are born with issues like the heart murmurs,
Right.
and those are things you can't help.
Right.
If your valves are bad, then your parent or you make sure you go to the doctor. You keep getting that checked at. But yes, 99% of them are stuff that you can help yourself.
Well, if there are folks who have bad hearts that run in their family. I guess that's the phrase we use. I don't know if that's the appropriate phrase, a bad heart, but we know that we lost Natalie Cole's son last week to a heart attack. He was in his 30s, and I think they said that his father had a heart attack and died at like 34. It runs in my family on the maternal side. My maternal grandfather at 58 years old, just in a room full of people, just slumped over.
That doesn't scare you?
It doesn't. Personally, I don't live in fear of anything. So I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful of that. But I understand the question. Okay. His son, my uncle, had a similar death. He just slumped over, and we lost him. Now, my mother and my aunt, they both are mindful of their family history, so they've done preventative things. And they've stayed on top of it. My grandfather, we lost him in 1978. I don't know how much information we had for him and people like him. My uncle was just not somebody who was going to the doctor. With all due respect to him, he just wasn't somebody who was going to the doctor. And of course we lost him. Now my mother and my aunt, they're both go to the doctor. Let me get this checked out. I itch too much on the bridge of my nose. Let me go to the doctor. You know what I mean? Like they'll go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they still here. They both in their 70s. Their father was 58. Their brother was in his early 60s. So,
from 2009 on, they say 1 in 4 deaths is from heart disease.
In 2009 or from 2009?
From 2009 on.
To the present.
Until present.
What's that number again?
1 in 4 deaths is from a heart disease.
Wow, that's serious.
So I'm talking to you, the person who has diabetes, the person who is overweight or obese. I'm just gonna tell you, if your diet is bad, if you have a poor diet, if you are inactive, and if you just drink too damn much, come on, pay attention. Like, we have an eclipse in another 7 years, you might want to make it to that one. And I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing. I'm not being funny. Shit like this, you could pay attention to. You know what to eat, what to do to help your diabetes. You know that you can bring your weight down. There are things that you can do to help even take you off of needles or whatever it is that you're doing. If you're overweight, if you walk 30 minutes a day, you walk walk your ass to the store and walk your ass back, that's some exercise. Some basic stuff that you can do. Physical activity. If you're in the house by yourself, you don't like exercising, you don't want to go outside. Who cares if you stand there? I do it all the time. Y'all can laugh if y'all want to. I'll stand in front of the TV and I'll march in place during a commercial. Whatever. Who cares? But I just can't. Some of these things run in my family, and I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. Nausea, indigestion, stuff that we always feel like, especially after we eat certain types of food, things that you always feel on a daily basis, probably. You think it's nothing. Pay attention, because you could be like, what is that funny feeling? What is that? Remember when I told y'all I had that TIA? I had that feeling, and I was having a freaking stroke. So come on, let's pay attention. Just some simple stuff that you could pay attention to. I mean, if you live in the area, y'all know where I'm at, I'll walk with you. But you got to do something, because some of this stuff, it just makes no sense to sit through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post some information, because, again, you're at risk. I named all of you who have health issues. I named you. I called you out to go and help yourself. How is it diagnosed? Your doctor performs several tests to diagnose heart disease, including chest x-rays, a coronary angiogram, electrocardiograms, yes, your ECG, EKG, and an exercise stress test. So when you go have your physical, there's nothing that's stopping you from getting this stuff done, especially if you know somebody in your family who may have had a heart attack or strokes. All of these things just kind of come from one thing only, and that's what we're doing to ourselves. So if you just kind of maintain a healthy diet, the CDC says, you can go on my website and I'll tell you all great ways to do it. Then do it. I'm not looking at you. Marcus isn't looking at you. When you have your computer and you're on your phone and you're playing Candy Crush, your ass can be looking at the CDC to see what you can do to help yourself. I mean, really, I'm talking to y'all like I would talk to my mother. Do something about it before it does something to you.
But you know what I found? And, I know we're in the health segment, and I don't want to over-politicize, but I think that where I'm going is appropriate for both sides. I think people just don't want to do the work of doing more than what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And I know that sound like gibberish, but let me explain what I mean. Mm-hmm. I deal with folks who will look at my Facebook page, and if I post a picture of myself and my daughter, or a picture of myself with Dick Gregory, or a picture of myself with someone who they may perceive as cool or famous or whatever, or if I mention something about Jay-Z or Beyonce, it'd blow up, absolutely blow up. Mm-hmm. But if I try to empower and say something about, this is what the president is really doing, y'all. This is a smoke screen for this. Like the Charlottesville thing, yeah, ain't nobody talking about Russia no more. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mean to hijack, but what I'm saying is the folks who are listening right now to the sound of our voices who have had some of those symptoms, if you have children, you have a duty. If you have grandchildren, you have a duty. Now, I haven't talked about this, and I'm going to just say this real quick and get on out of this piece, but the first girl I ever had a crush on in my life died a week ago because she didn't take care of her health. First girl I ever had a crush on, 3 years older than me. I was like 5 and she was 8, and she was always a big sister and super sweet to me. and always took care of me as her little brother. She used to call me cuz. We weren't blood related. Her aunt and my mother were best friends, our best friends. And so she used to call me little cuz. And at 46 years old, she gone. She gone. Because she didn't take care of her health. And so I say that not to change the direction of the conversation or be morbid or any of those things, but Big Sis, you touched on how we can sit and we can play our games and we can do all that stuff. And there's plenty of time for all of that. You know, there's plenty of time. Like, most folks take the cell phone to the bathroom with you. Spend half the time you're in there
on phone.
you know, doing something,
Playing.
you know, bookmark, you know, some of these things. Now, don't go so far where you become a hypochondriac, but educate yourself. Because when Big Sis does post these things on the page, I'd like to see some likes and shares to that, along with the likes and shares of the people who enjoy seeing a picture of me with Dick Gregory. That's all I got.
Can I add one thing to all of that? I think we are so oversaturated with information that it gets overwhelming. And just in knowing the work that we do at the battle station, whether you are talking about your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, everything starts with a decision. And so it's not for lack of information.
Because it's out there.
We got plenty of information, but we have more information. It exceeds our ability to obey it or to do what we need to do. And so what I would encourage the listeners to do is not just to absorb more information, but to make a decision. Like, you gotta wake up every day and say, okay, I'm going to make a decision to take better care of me, no matter what that looks like. If it just looks like parking the car further away from the door at the mall, or if it just looks like I'm going to go to lunch with my girlfriends, but I'm going to ask for it to go box when I get there, and I'm going to put half of it away and only eat half of it. You know, it's just making the decision. I think we've made all of this way harder than it is, and we're so oversaturated with information that we think we have to do all of it. When it's not. It's just make a decision. Just make small decisions every day, and you'll see things change with your health.
Doesn't have to be drastic at all. One thing you do, if you go out to eat 2 times a week and you do, like you said, Sheila, you split that plate up immediately. You just went and portioned your plate out. So, I mean, come on, y'all. If you don't care about yourself, nobody else will. And at some point, I'm gonna get tired of talking to you.
She's not gonna give up on y'all. She's just saying.
I won't, but I'm just saying. I'm letting you know. So, yes, some of this can be prevented. Again, this is all you. It's all you. So don't smoke if you don't have to, and you don't have to. Don't smoke. Some buildings now even stop you from smoking in their buildings, which is great. You know, my job has the damn cigarette tray like a quarter mile away. So if you want to smoke, you got to walk to it. I don't want to smell it. And I wish they could move it a little further, but it's okay. Maintain healthy weight. Eat healthy diets. Split that food up, like Sheila said, y'all. Come on. Take a walk 30 minutes. Walk to the store and get a bottle of water instead of a 40 ounce. I don't know. Do something. Help yourself. Check your blood pressure. When it's fluctuating up or down or up too much, go to the doctor. Y'all laughing at me.
I got to give up 40s?
Yeah, you got to give up 40s,
When you said the thing about the beer, you should have saw his face.
Yeah.
Drink Bud Light Lime.
Yeah, nah.
Drinking is
Or
too
ultralight.
much. I love you. I want you to stay around.
Do you know a can of beer is the equivalent of eating a loaf of bread? That's why it sits in your gut. That's the whole premise behind Beer Belly.
Really?
Yeah.
I love bread.
Beer belly bed.
You shouldn't do both. If you're going to eat the bread, don't drink the beer. If you're going to drink the beer, don't eat the bread.
Nah, you missed it. Like, I like bread, meaning I eat 6 loaves of bread every chance I get.
Y'all, he's drinking.
He's gonna do better. He has to make a decision.
I did read somewhere that it said that men were supposed to drink a certain amount of alcohol in a week, and a woman is supposed to drink a little bit less. This is good for you.
It's good for you?
It's good for you.
Red wine.
Yeah. But there's different studies. Some study says it's red wine. other studies says just alcohol.
So here's
I
the
like-
thing. Here's the thing about those studies. A lot of times those studies come from outside of the United States.
Yeah.
And because their lifestyle is so different from ours,
That's fair.
it is healthier.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
if you're here and you're just breathing in the smog and you're a couch potato and,
Yeah, it's a
you know, a
no-go.
half a bottle of red wine
So-
for the stomach's sake really don't work.
So I got to give up my liquor.
Yeah, no liquor and a big old porchetta
Just start
sandwich from
walking.
Arby's.
What you
Offset it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I because of my usual vocation, I stay moving.
Okay.
I don't have a sedentary lifestyle, so I move around a lot, and you know, everybody has their vices. That just happens to be mine.
Mine's and okay.
Because there's some vegans that drop dead too.
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely.
Yes, y'all know that I just absolutely love ice cream. I used to eat a pint of ice cream a day.
I bet your stomach be locked up.
No, stomach and everything
Stomach
else.
is not locked up. I am, and I press the button so nobody can open the door. But
you know, it's funny.
Oh.
It's funny too because you see the not so nice people. They write down lactose intolerant, like it's 3 words. Lactose intolerant.
That's not it. That's
but
not
I don't
it.
even do that anymore.
You don't do.
I don't eat ice cream like that anymore, and I haven't had.
She used to have us eating kale in here.
And I'm gonna get back
Kale
to that.
chips.
Yeah.
I have them eating. One, I was so proud of you one day. What was the day I came in with the pepper,
Yeah.
the bell peppers, and I just salt and peppered the plain old bell peppers, some sliced tomatoes, and he was eating them. I was just so proud
Yeah,
of him.
man. Because I ain't had no chips.
He was hungry.
So listen, if you are
Surprised what you do when you're
if y'all
hungry.
experience
Hungry.
any of
Hungry.
this, okay, please go to your doctor, get tested. The doctor will prescribe a medication or a treatment plan for you. If you just want to get yourself on a nice little diet program where you can still have some of the stuff you love, check your insurance website and look for a nutritionist or a dietitian. Go to them. They can help you get rid of some of that. Like, I'm not even going to tell y'all that I tipped the scale.
Don't tell it.
I can't tell y'all how bad I tipped the scale, but I will tell you, the next time that you see me, I'm going to let that scale just go like this. Fly away. Fly away. Marcus is tapping his fingers and laughing at me. But, y'all, I'm serious. I play a lot, joke a lot, or whatever. But, you know, take care of yourself. Really, really take care of yourself. I'm going to tell y'all, and then I'm going to go. I've been to the doctor about 6 times since my dad passed away. And I told y'all my dad passed away from a brain tumor. He had migraines all the time. So do I. So I'm not saying I have a brain tumor, but I can't help but monitor myself because he never did. He never did.
I'm sure you're fine. It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
I'm sure you're fine.
It's not funny. But anyway,
Hey, look,
Y'all a mess.
but really, y'all, I can't say it enough. I know you can't see it, but I'm going to put this up right now. It has links down here at the bottom for you to go and help yourself.
Help yourself and stay here for your family. Stay here
You
for
know?
your family. Oftentimes, a lot of times, people are afraid to go to the doctors. They don't want any bad news. And you know, part of me understands that, you know. But if you want to be here, for the folks that love you, then you have to know.
I like y'all, shouting us out and stuff like that because I'm going to be going to the doctor. I'm going to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to be here.
Okay? I'm going to be
And if
here.
I'm not here, I'm gonna haunt y'all. And you know how I start with
damn.
Marcus J,
Oh, my
live from the 10 Legacy Internet Radio. We're gonna take a break. Just a couple of housekeeping things. Tonight's show is dedicated to the memory of the teacher Dick Gregory. Last break, he talked to us about Martin Luther King. In this next break, he's going to talk to us about Malcolm X, and later on, Dick Gregory on Barack Obama. So we're definitely going to have a lot of discussion around that. Next segment, we're going to be talking to our brother, comic Jay Grizzy. He's going to share with us his reflections on Dick Gregory. And later on, we'll have comments from our brother, comic Micah Bam Bam White. Also, before the end of the show, we do have a huge announcement that we're going to be announcing on the show. So we look forward to bringing you that. We've got a lot that we're doing, and we're doing it with you, and we appreciate it. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial. You're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. It's called Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. That's me, and you are the crew. We'll be back in a few.